Just downloaded your website on my computer, and right here, all these files that you see right here are all the files for your computer. You see this one file here where it has a little circle with a little blue arrow in it. That's the symbol for Web Page Maker. That's the software that you use to make your website look and feel the way you want it to feel. You see this original one, Chad, here. Let me open that up and show you. This was the template that I gave you that you started with, and after you worked on it some, it has become this Chad 2 here. So whenever it comes to the functionality or the way you want your site to look, this is the software you're going to be using to make it look and feel the way that you want to. I've got let me think how to say it. I've got a video series that I created on how to use the different functions of Web Page Maker that I can give you access to. It will not be as specific because won't be about your site, but right here what we have here, well, first off, this is drag and drop software, so everything's drag and drop. I'm sure you remember that. But right here you have your navigation bar, and over here you have your pages. Okay, and I'm going to double click on your navigation bar and show you that right here you have all three of your pages listed, or all three of the different icons on your navigation bar: your vision, upcoming events, and devotional. If you let's highlight vision right fast, and if you notice over here, it's pointed to page 2. Okay, you got it link type, you have it linked to a page in your site, and you got it linked to page 2. If you look over here to the right hand side of the screen, this is a list of all the pages that you've got for your website. Let me cancel this. When you click on page 2, you see that this is the page coming soon. So basically, when you double click on your navigation bar, you've got all three of your pages here all pointing to the same page 2. Okay, so let's say, for instance, let's make a devotional page. So we don't want this devotionals to be pointing to page 2 anymore. So what I'm going to do is cancel this out, and I'm going to click on page 2. Actually, I'm going to click on the index here. Up here you have two options when you want to create a new page. If you click this button right here, it'll create a blank page like this. You see how page 3 came up down here? I'm going to delete that page by hitting this X and hitting OK because I don't want that right now. The other option is you can clone a page. If you want a blank page, you simply hit this icon. If you want to clone a page, you hit this icon. Now, the benefit of cloning a page is it keeps the same feel of your website. For instance, I'm going to start on the index page and I'm going to hit clone here. So now click on the clone page. Now you see we have a page 3 that showed up down here. Now the index page and page 3 are exactly the same because I cloned it. Okay, and page 2 is still coming soon. So I'm going to go to page 3 and I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to rename it Devotional. Devotionals. Okay, so now this screen right here is where we want people to go whenever they click on this Devotionals tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on this video and delete it. Click on this and delete it. And I just am going to, you can make this look however you want by clicking and dragging everything around, adding shapes, adding extra text. And then basically this is where we would have your devotional. So you would click on up here, you see this little A? This allows you to insert extra text. So you can insert the text and double click on it, and then right here is where, if I misspell something, I'm not going back, is where you would type or copy and paste your devotional. I said I'm not doing that. Devotional. So here's where you put your devotional. Okay, and then you can just click and drag and place it where you want it to be. And then let's say, I don't know how often you're wanting to update your devotionals, but you could have this, you could have a date here in front of it. I just double clicked on it, but you can go in and add stuff to this. Now if I drag these letters over this black, you see it's going to blend in. So what you can do is you can double click on it, and you can treat this like any other what's the word I'm looking for? Text editor, and you could just click on this and change the color to white. So now the letters are going to show up white against the black background there. So that's it. So basically, you come in here, go to your devotionals page. You'll have it set up the way you want it to look, and every time you want to add a devotional, you'll simply just add a new text box with your devotional on there. Now, let's go back to your index page, which is your home page. I'm not sure if you remember this, but whatever you have named index, whatever page is named index, is the first page people are going to go to. If they type in itsourfault.org default, they're going to go to your index page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here and double click on your navigation bar now that we have a page dedicated to your devotionals, and I'm going to click on the devotional tab, okay? And then over here on the right, instead of having it direct to page 2, we're going to have it direct to the devotionals tab, okay? And click OK. Before you publish, when you publish your website, that means you're uploading it to the internet so that it's publicly viewed. If you want to test the way the website's working before you actually upload it, what you can do is click on this icon right here and just click on preview all the pages in the project, and it's going to open up the Internet Explorer and load it to it. Let me turn my volume down so we don't have to hear that. Now we can test to see if it takes you to the right page. So Vision should still be pointing at the page coming soon. Go back. Upcoming events should still be pointing to that same thing. Hopefully now when we click on this devotionals, it'll take us to the devotionals page. And there it is. There's the page that we created. So basically, let me get back to Web Page Maker here. Basically, however you make this devotional page look is how it's going to look on the internet. So that's how you do it. Is basically you're just going into your navigation bar, and while you're creating the pages that you want over here, then you go into your navigation bar and make each tab point to the page that you want it to point to. And one thing about the navigation bar is if you right click on it, you see how there's this include on all pages. When you make an update, if you do that, for instance, watch this. See, I'm going to go to page 2, and you notice there's no navigation bar here. I'm going to go back to the index and right click on the navigation bar and click on include on all pages. Now go over here to page 2, and now you see the navigation bars here. So the navigation bar, if you have all your pages the same type of design, you can have the navigation bar on each page, and then if you update the navigation bar on one page, it updates it on all of them. So that way, no matter what page your visitors are on, they can always click on where they want to go next and be able to get there. Now, once you get it looking and feeling the way you want it to look and feeling the way you want it to feel, then you actually upload it to the internet. To upload it to the internet, what you're going to want to do is click on this little green arrow right here. This is the publish button, and you will probably have it set up. I'm going to have to set it up here now because I don't have, these are all different sites that I work on. I don't have It's Our Fault on here, so I'm going to go to new. Let me cancel this right fast. You probably have It's Our Fault written right here. What you're going to want to do is I'm going to click on new, and I would name this It's Our Fault. The site host is itsourfault.org. The remote folder should say public_HTML. And like I said, this is probably all set up from last time you did this. Your username is Our Fault. And our password, I told you over the phone, this is going to be another YouTube video, so I'm not going to say it. And click OK. Now, if I hit this publish button right now, it would take all of these changes that I've made to your website, and it would upload it to the internet. So that's how you do it. You just use Web Page Maker, create the pages you're wanting to create, properly link all of your navigation bars to the pages you want them to point to, and then upload it. You may have to give me a call when you get to uploading. Real quick, another couple things you can do with this little navigation bar menu. You can change the text of your navigation bar, the size of the text. You can change the color. You can have it start off as black, and then when people hover over it, it can turn yellow, or whatever color you wanted it to, the second color you wanted it to be. The layout, you can do change it to horizontal. If you wanted to have your navigation bar across the top up here, you could have it that way. Another thing that you can do, well, the customize, you don't need to know nothing about that. So, all right, well, good luck, man. Hit me up if you need anything.